zoom in Google Maps to Singapore, and we're going to take a look at our next company, a SaaS CRM tool called Perkstash. Perkstash, everybody, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Gary, and I'd like to talk about my startup, Perkstash.com. So basically what we're a cloud-based software as a service CRM tool. But what we really focus on is making consumer engagement as quick and as easy as possible. So I'm sure all of you have used these before, either as your loyalty card or as a membership card. Now, the problem with these for the consumers is that it takes a long time. You need to write down your details, you need to send it in, someone needs to data process this in the system, you need to wait for it to come to you through the snail mail. So it's really slow, and of course if you don't bring the card along with you, you can't use it at all. Worst thing of all for merchants is that to set up this system, it costs $20,000 just to start it up, and $500 a month for each terminal. So next thing is that in the new developments in the market is that there are QR codes. People use smartphones and QR codes to create a loyalty program. Now it's a pretty smart idea, but the problem again is the consumer side, where customers just do not want to spend 2 minutes standing at your counter downloading an app just to use your loyalty program. So basically, in short, the current market situation is that solutions are expensive, they're time-consuming for customers, and because of that, there's no adoption. And most of the solutions only have limited use, either they give points or they help you to track demographic stuff like that. So what we try to do is come up with something that is quick, simple, and easy to use, and most of all, inexpensive. So we get high adoption among consumers and among merchants as well. And of course, we try to add as many users as possible to it. So what's our solution, you may ask? We focus on one thing only: email address. Okay, let me elaborate. So let's say you go to a cafe. All you need to do is enter your email address into the system and press submit. And that's it. As you can see, it took literally less than 5 seconds. It's done already. That's all you need. There's no app downloading, there's no picture taking. You just enter your email address into the system, press submit, and you're done. So what we try to do is cut down on the customer pain point. We make sure that as many customers participate as possible, and it's basically as fast as possible for them. Okay, next. All the data is captured immediately in the backend system. The merchant can access this at any time. And users can log into Perkstash to check their points at any time. They can refer a friend to get points, post a Facebook wall to get points. They can redeem the points at any time, and it makes it easier for them as well. So, to summarize, what's the customer benefits for Perkstash? It's really quick and really easy. We cut down on consumer pain points. There's no app downloading, there's no registration required, and they can receive deals and discounts and perks directly to the email address. Okay, next, for merchants, make it quick, easy, but also powerful as well. Of course, everything is automated. We have the typical CRM features, but we try to add in more features. For example, our system can automatically track customers who have not returned within a certain amount of time and send them a voucher to get them to come back. Okay, for our current results, we've been in closed beta in Singapore for about a few months, and we have up to now 30,000 users just from 3 merchants and 10 outlets alone. The merchants do agree that it does help to drive sales and that it is really easy to use. Our business model. Currently, we're taking a commission on the sale of the vouchers. It's a freemium model. Basic use of the service is free, but we take a commission on the sale of the vouchers. But I think what's more interesting is what we can do in the future. For example, we are capturing a lot of customer data now, transaction data now, so we can actually make use of data analytics in the future. We can do daily deals, because what we are doing now, we are offering deals to people who have not come back. We can do the same, offer deals to people who have not come to the shop before. So we help the merchant complete the cycle. We can also create networks. Okay, what do I mean by this? For example, I know now that this customer, he really loves sushi. He goes to all the sushi restaurants, all his points are from sushi restaurants. So we can put it into a network of sushi lovers. Same thing for businesses, we can put them in a network to give like an alliance for points, for example. So finally, our team. I'm Gary. I have retail and SME experience. I'm running a few businesses in Singapore already. My partner is Ming Liang. He has experience in loyalty market. He used to work in the Qatar Airways loyalty program, and he also did a social reward startup as well. So he has some experience in the startup scene. And finally, my developer is Tyson. He has a master's in computer engineering from NUS. So in short, to summarize, basically what we're trying to do is to make it as quick and as easy for consumers as possible, so that adoption rate is high, and for merchants, to make it as inexpensive and as powerful as possible, so that more of them will use it. So thank you very much for the attention.
Tsutaya, the video rental store. They asked my email, mobile email, and they were sending me coupons every 2 weeks with discounts on videos. So I'm happy the rest of the world is catching up. But it looks like, I mean, the service model is interesting. The challenge is really signing chains and stores. It looks like you've done some work on that. That's going quite well. I'm more curious about the business model. Seems a little bit awkward. What kind of reaction do you get from stores about getting commission on whatever coupon or transaction they send?
They are pretty used to this system because a few of them have used coupon sort of sites before. So basically, as long as you bring business back, and these lapsed customers, they basically haven't come back within like 30 days or 60 days, so they don't mind giving commission for that.
So you're really lucky because the world has changed, and now so many businesses have tried and been unhappy with Groupon that you look like a better deal. Okay, well, good for you. That looks good. I mean, if you just keep signing up companies, it's a little bit difficult to estimate what kind of market size or what kind of scale of company you can reach. Like, what's your revenue? You don't have to give a number, but like, how far are you from profitability?
We are actually doing everything on beta now, so basically we are not taking revenue yet.
I like the approach, but this is probably about the 23rd startup that I've been pitched to about the same idea. And that it is a problem. So there's a lot of startups trying to address this whole loyalty point program thing enough that I've actually met up at the Facebook page's product manager, and they're doing the same thing. So the question is, what are you going to do when Facebook does it? And it does it very well.
Okay, so Facebook actually, they leverage on their platform a lot. So your offers, Facebook offers, you have to go through Facebook to redeem your offers. And one challenge for businesses is to build up your Facebook friends. That's a huge challenge for them. So what we're trying to do is, the majority of the customers, they come to your store, they buy, and they go out. Very few of them become your Facebook friends. So for us, what we're trying to do is capture as many of these people who come to the store as possible. We have a 70% success rate. As long as the customer comes in, the cashier says, oh, you want to participate? Yeah, we participate. Yeah. So compared to Facebook fans, I think we are definitely a bit more effective in that.
Thank you all very much. Two more 6 down, two